Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now this is the second video on my channel and this is very daunting to me still. I posted on my Instagram story the other day asking some general questions, a get to know me, as you can tell by the title of this video. So yeah, we're just gonna get to know each other. I forgot to put my rings on, that's felt really weird then. Okay, so we are just gonna dive straight into it. Okay, so the first one, top 5 bands. I would say my number 1 favourite band is probably Def Havana. I've literally listened to them like through everything. Like if I'm happy, I will listen to Def Havana. If I'm sad, I will listen to Def Havana. If I'm going through a breakup, I will listen to Def Havana. If I'm getting ready, I will listen to Def Havana. So they are literally like my go-to band and they are my favourite band, and I would pay so much money. I probably wouldn't, to be fair, I'm lying to myself, but you know what I mean. I would pay so much money to go and see them because I just love them so much, and their music really means a lot to me. Every single album for me as well, like, because I know some people prefer the older Def Havana stuff, but I just love every single album. Second band would probably be Bring the Horizon. I'm really quite basic when it comes to like my favourite bands and stuff, and it's really hard to answer this question. I think everyone kind of struggles with that. Third, Architects. Fourth, Bad Omens. Fifth would probably be a very close call between Spiritbox and Loathe. That's probably my top 5, I reckon. Okay, so the second question is, where are you from? I actually am from Essex. I don't sound like it, but I am. I'm in a little town, and I've been here my entire life, but I like it, and it's nicer than London, in my opinion. Third question is, what's my go-to Starbucks drink? This varies, okay? So, most of the time I will get a matcha with vanilla syrup in, hot. In the summer, I will get it cold, still with vanilla syrup. In the winter, I tend to go for something like a chai tea latte. But I try not to drink too much caffeine. So if it's like in the afternoon or something, or in the evening, and I really fancy like a hot drink, then I'll probably have something like a hot chocolate or a white hot chocolate. That's kind of what I've been on recently. It's kind of like between a matcha chai tea latte and a hot chocolate. I normally drink like tea at home. So I've kind of gone off coffee really. So yeah, I don't typically go for like, you know, the normal coffee stuff like latte, cappuccino, macchiato, all that other coffee stuff. Next question is, what festivals are you going to this year? So I'm definitely going to Download Festival. I think I might give Slam Dunk a miss this year just because the lineup wasn't really doing too much for me. If I did go, I'd only be going for like 3 bands, and I'm not really one to just kind of go to a festival and drink, just for the day anyway. So yeah, I'll probably give Slam Dunk a miss this year. Also, I think last year just kind of traumatised me a little bit. I think me and Chia want to go to 2000 Trees again because Turnover are there, and I've never seen Turnover before, and I need them. I need to see them live. And also I think Movements are there as well, and like a couple of my like friends' bands are playing, so it'd be really cool to go and see them in like a festival environment as well. We are going to, is it Jera on Air? If that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I haven't pronounced that properly. I'm pretty sure it's Jera on Air, which is in the Netherlands, which is going to be really cool. It's going to be my first time going to a festival. Well, that's a complete lie. That's an absolute lie. I went to Malta Festival, Bring the Horizons Festival, that they hosted a few years ago now. God, a few years ago? When did that happen? 2022? 21? Either way, I went there. So yeah, Jera on Air we are going to go to, and that's going to be super fun. The lineup looks insane. I think we're going to try and do as many festivals as we can this year. Just because I just kind of want to have like the best summer ever. Let me know in the comments if there's any sort of festivals that you think that me and Chia should go to, because obviously I'm going to be vlogging every single festival and every single concert, every single gig that I go to this year. So you guys will be coming along with me. Yeah, any sort of festival that you think I should go to, please let me know in the comments below and I will give them a little check out. Next question is, how do you cope with anxiety? You're asking the wrong girl. I don't. I do. I do cope with it. You know, if you follow my Instagram, you'll know that I've recently gone through a breakup, and I've also been going through some other shit. It's been super hard. I feel like I've taken like a little step backwards in terms of like my mental health. And I think ways that I cope with my anxiety is, you know, if you wake up and you have that instant, you know, that just, you're trying to take that deep breath but you can't, and your heart's beating a million miles an hour. You know, I mean, at the moment I'm lucky enough to be working from home, but if I was working in like an office, or if I actually had to commute into work, I would honestly call in sick, because you know, if you wake up with bad anxiety, you don't really know how the day's going to go. You know, you could get worse, you know, it could result in some sort of attack, and it's just not worth it, not worth the risk, and not worth, you know, worsening your health as well, I think. But yeah, if I do wake up feeling anxious and I'm at home, or if it's the weekend, or if I'm working from home or whatever, then I will just stay at home, and just try to relax, try not to have too many distractions. This is a really bad thing to have on you when you're anxious, because you just need to kind of be in the moment and try and push yourself through it. A cold glass of water always helps. It just kind of gives, I guess, I don't know, to me it just calms me down, and it's better than, you know, having like a cup of tea or a coffee, because that's just going to make, you know, your anxiety worse by having caffeine. So I think just a really, if you can, have like a really cold glass of water, put some ice in as well, just to give, you know, the inside of your body like a shock. Goes without saying as well, like having a cold shower, or at least like a lukewarm shower, just so something that just gives you like brings you back to reality in a way. And yeah, just, you know, if you live at home, and you know, you have your parents near you, and you obviously you get on well with them, and just speak to people, have someone round. There's nothing better than, you know, having a parent or your best friend come round, or your sibling come round and just sit with you, and just you don't have to do anything, but just having someone there just to talk to you can really help take your mind off things. And I always find that works. If I'm ever having a shit day, Chia is literally there straight away in the evening. She comes round, we put films on, we'll watch something on the TV, we'll order good food, like, you know, get a takeaway, and just be together. Because honestly, I can't fathom how important it is to surround yourself with family and friends when you're not feeling great. And that's not just for anxiety as well. it's for everything, to be honest, because you're not just then sat by yourself with your own thoughts, because that can just be like a downward spiral, and it's not worth it. It's not worth, like I said, worsening your health. It's really not worth it, because I feel like people with anxiety, I know this for myself, if I'm having a really anxious day, I will be overthinking everything, you know, and then I end up going on a downward spiral, and then it almost kind of leads to me having low moods, which just, again, makes you just worse. It just worsens you. If you just do something to take your mind off it, talk to people, tell people how you're feeling. My mum has always told me, you can't solve anything by worrying about it, so don't worry about it. I just think that saying really helps me personally anyway, and I hope it helps at least one of you out there. Moving on to the next question, most painful tattoo. Let me tell you something, yeah? Like, I've got, you know, most of my body done. I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one tattoo that fucking killed me. These motherfuckers. These dots, I've never felt pain like it. I'm usually pretty good with getting tattooed, right? I've never tapped out of a tattoo. Yeah, tattoos fucking suck. They really hurt. They do. I will literally sit there, I could sit there for 6 hours, and I'll probably complain a little bit because, like I said, they fucking hurt. But I've never in my life sat there getting these tiny dots on my fingers. I've never sat there and gone, what the fuck? And I know, like, you know, I don't know, like, there's probably like loads of like nerve endings and stuff, but Jesus Christ, the smallest thing in the world, and they hurt so much, so much. Second area I'd probably find is the most painful for me anyway, everyone's different, was the ditch of my arm. It's got quite a lot of like heavy dot work in that area. So it was literally just jab, 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 jab. Do you still work for Bad Monday? No. I don't really want to go into reasons why. I'm not really allowed to. I've been advised not to. But let's just say it didn't work out. And I'm moving on to bigger and better things. Unfortunately, that's all I have to say on that question, but I wish them nothing but the best. This is probably going to be my last question now, and that is top 3 favourite bands and favourite album from them. God! Okay, so Death of Havana, shit. I think for Death of Havana, my favourite album is All These Countless Nights. I typically go to put that album on the most just because I feel like the songs are more meaningful to me. It's just a perfect album to me. My favourite album from Bring Me the Horizon. Oh my god, this is so difficult. See, the thing is with Bring Me the Horizon, every album is different. And they're good in their own way. I'm not going to be a bitch and say Sempiternal because that's a shit answer. This is going to be very controversial. It's between There Is a Hell and Ammo. Now hear me out. Shut up for a sec. So There Is a Hell, 10 out of 10. Great album. It's perfect. Ammo, 10 out of 10. It's perfect. I really like experimental albums. I really like weird music, like synthy sort of stuff. So I think Ammo was just perfect for me. That's me personally anyway, and I don't really know why it gets so much shit for it. Because I think it's really good. Thing is with Bring Me the Horizon, you can't listen to That's a Spirit and be like, that doesn't sound like Suicide Season. Or no, obviously not. It baffles me that people are like, they're not as good as what they used to be. Okay, well that's your opinion, but they are. They're improving, and they have improved every single album. But I could go on a tangent for about 4 years about this whole topic. Ammo, I'm gonna say Ammo, just because it's so cool. It's such a good album. Now I feel like with Bad Omens you feel like I was gonna say Death of Peace of Mind, but you're wrong. It is a great album, 10 out of 10, but I've heard it too much now. I really enjoy Finding God Before God Finds Me. I think that's probably my favourite one. And I think I'm going to leave it there for the questions now. Hopefully you guys know me a little bit more. Make sure you subscribe and follow all of my socials that are in the description below. Like this video, of course, and let me know what you want to see me film next. I'll catch you in the next one.